Ikkyo is one of the first techniques that most students learn, and that leads almost everyone to assume that it's the simplest. After 45 years of watching people do it, feeling people do it, doing it myself, and taking Ukemi from practitioners at every level, I can tell you that it's actually the opposite. I think we've all had the experience of taking Ukemi for Ikkyo and our partner really pushing, jamming our shoulder into the socket, trying to crank our arm. And if you're anything like me, it's very unpleasant. I don't like it. And I can feel my body resisting against the partner, even if I don't mean to resist against them. Your body just reacts to being pushed around and having your upper arm jammed into your shoulder socket. In contrast, I've taken Ukemi for people, for Ikkyo, and had almost like an otherworldly experience, not to get too far out there. But one of my senpai, for example, Suzuki sensei, when I take Ukemi for him, from Ikkyo, first of all, I feel like I'm running at a black hole in space. I don't know why it is. And that's the best description I can come up with. And then when I get there, I can see that the contact has been made, but there's nothing there. And so I hit the target, but there's nothing there to support me. And again, I feel like I've fallen into the black hole. And then I'm flying away from the black hole. Is that too crazy? Oh my gosh, you're probably thinking this is one of her craziest YouTube videos. That's the best way I can explain it. Anyway, the point is, there's no cranking on my arm. There's no jamming my upper arm into my shoulder socket. There's no unpleasantness, really. There's just this amazing movement. So, how do we do this? So what most people are doing is they're training with the arm. They're doing Aikido on their partner. So first of all, that mentality will get you into trouble. I'm going to do Ikkyo on him. So if we're doing a technique on somebody, then that usually sets us up for a more combative mentality. And we usually tighten up and we push people around. Ikkyo needs to be about the whole body. So how do you move their feet? First of all, you have to move their core, their center. Anyway, one thing that I don't really like is to talk about how to do a technique. And there's plenty of videos like that on YouTube. So what I want to talk about, I want to continue talking about the Ukemi, what it feels like. So again, taking Ukemi for Ikkyo, the times that I really had no say in the matter, where I was going whether I wanted to or not, was I felt like there was no substance to the target, and I felt like I was standing on a carpet that had been yanked out from under me. That's it. I didn't feel that people were jamming my shoulder. If it's a beginner, then I notice the entry. And usually in the first second or so how it's going to feel even before the contact is made. But anyway, you can see it right from the entry. The misunderstanding usually is invisible to the practitioner. And when you can feel the contact point very strongly and you feel like you're being pushed, then again, your body wants to resist against that. When you can't feel it, that's another level. Not many people have that, where you just feel like, oh, the carpet just got pulled out from under my feet. And why am I not feeling this contact point? I can see it, but why am I not feeling it? This is a whole different thing. Done well, Ikkyo doesn't feel like someone doing something to you or on you. It feels like you're already moving. You don't have a chance to stop moving. So the difference between the two, Ikkyo where somebody's doing Ikkyo on your arm or doing Ikkyo on you via your arm, versus you're moving and suddenly your body has been rearranged for you. Somebody pulled the carpet out from under your feet. These are completely different. And they're very, very hard to describe unless you're talking to somebody who has also experienced Ikkyo from a very high level practitioner, taking that Ukemi from somebody really high. And by the way, if you want to go a little bit deeper into topics like this and other topics, I have a video training newsletter that I send out every week. So look in the description below and click to sign up for it. It's free, by the way. Anyway, getting back to Ikkyo. If you haven't taken Ukemi for Ikkyo from somebody really high level, it's very difficult to describe it or to know what to look for. But when you do it, when you take that Ukemi, it's a big surprise. And it's so different from the more elementary version of Ikkyo. So what I look for when I watch somebody doing Ikkyo, like when I'm teaching one of my seminars, the moment of the contact, if Nage or Tori's shoulder is tight, then Uke is going to resist, even if they don't mean to. It sets off an alarm in your partner's mind. So that's one thing that I look for is the arm tight, especially the shoulder. And then also, of course, lower back and knees. So we need some shock absorption for when that contact is made. I also look to see if there's a pause. And here's where it gets a little tricky. If there's a pause and the arms come up and they meet, it can be the sign that, oh man, Uke's gonna resist against bliss. But the people who are really, really good that I've taken Ukemi from for Ikkyo, there's a tiny, 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 tiny pause, a millisecond of a pause, which is actually really, really good. When they pause and they push against each other for a moment, and then they go to do Ikkyo. If you do manage to throw your partner with that execution, your partner's usually just letting you throw down. But if there's a momentary pause or absorption is actually better, that can be really, really good. And when it's done well, you can't see it. And you can't see the effort. You can't see the struggle. The technique is already happening before it looks like it's begun because of that pause for just a moment. So difficult to explain. And by the way, I really recommend that you go to different seminars, not just my seminar, but any seminars. Get out of your comfort zone. And places like this are where you can reach out and see different people at different levels doing different techniques. Ikkyo, of course, will be one of them. And don't be shy. Go and train with, even if you're a white belt, don't be shy to go and train with a 5th dan or 6th dan black belt. And by the way, if you're interested in coming to some of my seminars, I'll be teaching in Shanghai very soon, in just a couple of weeks, Shanghai, China, August 28th through the 30th. And I'm doing a 4-city tour of Germany. I'll be teaching in 4 cities, 4 dojos in 4 cities, Heidelberg, Düsseldorf, Bonn, and Sehnde. Really beautiful cities and great dojos that I've been going to for like 15 years. So look in the description below and jump in and join me. Also, the Germany tour, there will be some components where we'll be having discussions, debriefs, Q&A off the mat as well. So I'm putting together curated tours. And this year in May, I took a group to Japan, and they're always small group tours. And we combine on the mat training in different dojos as we go, as well as some debriefs, discussions, Q&A, off the mat in between trainings and while we're going from one city to the next. You need to fill out the wait list, and then I'll get in touch. In conclusion, all of Aikido, all the techniques that we do should not be about doing something to a person or on a person. They should be about doing that technique and refining your own movement within it. But Ikkyo, in my opinion, especially backfires when you do it on someone or to someone.